Jason Collins never planned on becoming anyone's hero. At 38, he was just a mechanic in a small Ohio town, living paycheck to paycheck and raising his own son, Noah, after losing his wife 3 years ago. He'd built his life around 3 things: honest, work, fatherhood, and keeping his heart guarded. But everything changed the day he stopped at a gas station outside Columbus and saw 2 girls, twins, sitting quietly on a bench with nothing but a plastic grocery bag between them. They couldn't have been more than 7, identical down to their tangled curls and scraped knees. Their eyes, though, too old for their age, too hollow, caught Jason's attention. He watched as a thin, worn-looking woman, their stepmother, barked something at them and then struck. A deal with a man who smelled of engine oil and cigarettes. Jason didn't mean to eavesdrop, but what he heard chilled him. $5 grand, and they're yours. I don't want 'em. His gut twisted. At first he thought it was some kind of sick joke, but the man she was talking to grunted, pulled out cash, and said, "No cops, right?" Jason reacted before thinking. He stepped in. "You selling those kids?" The woman narrowed her eyes. "Mind your business, cowboy." Jason's voice didn't rise, but his heart pounded. "I'll take them, but I swear to God, if you try anything, I'll call the police right now." She sized him up. "Cash?" He withdrew his emergency savings, 4,700s, from the ATM beside the gas pumps. It was everything he had tucked away for Noah's dental surgery. He handed her the money. No paperwork, no goodbyes. She walked away like she'd just sold a used bike. The twins didn't cry. They didn't speak. They just stood, eyes locked, on Jason, like they were waiting to see what kind of monster they'd end up with this time. He knelt to their level. "My name's Jason. I have a son, Noah. He's 8. I don't know what happened before today, but I promise you're safe. Now, I'll figure this out, okay?" One of the girls whispered, "Do we have to call you Dad?" Jason smiled softly. "You can call me anything you want, even hey you. Just let me take care of you." At first, it was chaos. Jason didn't have 2 extra beds. He didn't know their names. Turns out, they were Ava and Grace. He didn't know how to braid hair or deal with night terrors or why Ava flinched every time someone raised their voice. He didn't have answers when Child Protective Services showed up 3 days later after someone at school reported a strange situation. He told the truth, every word. He expected to be arrested or at least to lose them. But after interviews, background checks, and with the help of a tired but kind-hearted social worker named Dana, things took a different turn. The courts couldn't find a single living relative or guardian. The stepmother vanished. The girls had no birth certificates, no legal identity. 3 months later, Jason became their foster dad. 6 months after that, their permanent guardian. But the real story isn't about the legalities. It's about the time Ava sat by the garage door for 6 hours, waiting for Jason to come home because she thought he wouldn't, or the day Grace finally asked to sleep in Noah's room because, as she put it, he doesn't scream at night. It's about Noah, too, how he shared his Legos, his cereal, his father, and his heart without hesitation. One night, almost a year later, Grace came downstairs holding a crumpled drawing. "This is our family now," she said. It was stick figures: Jason, Noah, Ava, Grace, and a big sun overhead. Jason's character had a cape on. "You're our hero," she added. Jason looked at her for a long moment and said, "No, sweetheart, you're mine." There were surprises along the way, like how Ava could recite entire books from memory, even though she never learned to read properly, or how Grace had a knack for music. She could hum any song after hearing it once. Jason started working extra shifts to afford piano lessons. He said it felt like planting flowers in soil he didn't even know was fertile, and slowly the girls bloomed. But the most unexpected twist came 2 years later during a school art exhibit. The theme was miracles. While most kids drew rainbows or puppies, Ava painted their garage, old rusted tools, oil stains, Jason wiping his hands on a rag. She wrote beneath it, "My miracle wasn't angels. It was someone who saw me when nobody else did." Jason cried in front of every parent, teacher, and student in that gym. Today, the Collins house is still noisy. Laundry piles up. Someone's always late for something. But there's laughter, dance recitals, movie nights, and birthday cakes with names written in frosting. Jason never got that money back. Noah still needed dental work, and the truck broke down twice. But every night, when he tucks the girls in and they ask, "Can you sing us that song again?" The one about stars and promises. He knows it was the best decision he ever made. He didn't rescue them, they rescued him too. Because sometimes miracles don't come in flashes of light. They come quietly, in small hands that reach out and hold on tight, just hoping that someone will hold them back. And Jason Collins, a tired mechanic with a broken past and a big heart, did exactly that. He held on and never let go.